How was this year for you? What worked well? How did you grow? We are at the time of the year where we begin to reflect back on how the year went. And it's a great time of year to do that as we transition into summer. I feel like reflecting really helps me look back at the year, learn from it, be ready for summer, and then think ahead to what I want to do differently next year. In this video, I will share some reflection questions that you can use for yourself as a teacher or leader, and also ones that you can use with your staff. Welcome to my channel for leaders who want to lead with love and love to lead. My name is Jess Madden-Fuoco, and I've been training evaluators for more than 10 years in Boston. I love to think about ways that we can improve our work as leaders and as teachers so that we can better support and engage our students. So first of all, congratulations to getting to this moment. The past 14 months have been full of loss, uncertainty, anxiety, and challenges. I was talking with a friend about how many of us didn't feel like we had a relaxing summer last summer because we were faced with so much uncertainty and anxiety. So for some of us, we might feel like we haven't had a real break for almost 2 years. So as we think back to the fall, it's common to start the year filled with high expectations. So when we get to this point in the year, we might look back with some disappointment. And the idea of making it to the finish line and not spending another mental moment on this past year can be appealing. Reflection also offers the opportunity for productive closure, for coming to peace with the year we've just experienced, and even more important than that, it offers the chance for us to maximize our own growth. I'm hoping this summer will provide some time for rest and rejuvenation for you, and I wanted to share some reflection questions that you can use as you transition into summer. Elena Aguilar has 2 resources that I wanted to share. The first is an article that Aguilar wrote in ASCD in May. It includes several great reflection questions, such as, what did you learn about yourself as a person this year? And some questions that feel so important at the end of this year, such as, what did you learn about your resilience? And what did you learn about what you need in order to thrive? As I think about these questions and I reflect back on this year, I've learned that I need to live out Marie Forleo's advice of create before you consume. And just the whole process of working on this YouTube channel and sharing ideas with all of you has really helped me to thrive during this challenging time. The second resource I wanted to share by Elena Aguilar is from her first book, The Art of Coaching. And I'm going to include a link to this document, but it includes several great end-of-year reflection questions. I really like how she divides these questions into questions that help us reflect on this year, then questions that help us think about our hopes and intentions for the summer, and also questions that help us think about our hopes for the start of the year and for next school year. One idea I want to share in addition to these 2 great resources from Elena Aguilar is the idea of thinking about all of the teachers who you worked with this year and what are some of the things that worked well in your work with those teachers and what were some challenges that you faced. And then the most important question I like to ask myself is, did I talk with the teacher about the most important way they need to grow? And if I didn't, why not? Maybe I wanted to build more trust with the teacher, or maybe there's another reason that I didn't talk with the teacher about this yet. But what I like to do is think ahead to next year and start thinking about how, when, and why I plan to talk with the teacher about this area of growth. So when I first began evaluating teachers in 2006, I remember I felt awkward about some issues related to professionalism that I felt like teachers should just be on top of. For example, if a teacher was not submitting their grades on time, I would tell the teacher to do it, but I wouldn't often talk with the teacher about the issue, why it was happening, and what some strategies might be that they could use to work on this issue. So since I've started talking with teachers about these types of issues, I really think it's made me a better evaluator, because instead of just telling people what to do, I'm actually helping them think through what are some of the underlying issues related to that challenge, and what are some ideas that they have and that I have for working on it. So as you reflect on each of your teachers, think about what is their biggest area of growth and whether or not you talked with them about that. And if not, why not? Sometimes as coaches and evaluators, we can work with teachers on so many things. But if we're not working with them on what their students most need them to do better, we can end up not coaching toward equity. So as you think about this, if you find that you feel like you haven't had some of the conversations that you want and need to have, first, please forgive yourself. Then make a plan for next year so that you can commit to having this conversation and supporting the teacher and growing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a teacher evaluator, you might enjoy some of my other videos. And if this video was helpful, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you know about future videos. And make sure to check out the resources below where I link to the 2 documents that I referenced from Elena Aguilar. And share this video with all your teacher and leader friends, because my vision is that if we support leaders' growth, they can support teachers' growth, who can then support our students' growth. And remember, if you lead with love, you will love to lead.